Well, SABC News reporter Ayanda Mhlongo is with Amabutho at the gathering point in Ulundi. Let's cross live to her now. Ayanda.
Lady, good morning to you and good morning to our viewers of home. Of course, as you know, that the town of Ulundi and surrounding areas has really nearly come to a standstill as hundreds of, if not thousands of supporters of the IFP, local community members, and of course dignitaries that have come from far and near, as today they gather for the memorial service for the late founder of the IFP and President Emeritus Mhlongo Buthelezi. Now, of course, we've been speaking a lot about Prince Mhlongo Buthelezi as a politician and the role that he had as a community leader. But of course, we know that he was the traditional prime minister of the AmaZulu nation. And of course, it would not be a befitting send-off to him without Amabutho. Even the family yesterday saying that while they appreciate the fact that Prince Mhlongo Buthelezi has been accorded an official funeral at category 1. However, they're trying to balance the importance of the state funeral and government, but also recognizing the fact that he is a traditional leader. There are going to be some rituals that need to be performed. And here with us we have Amabutho that are gathering here. We're about 3 or so kilometers away from the Prince Mhlongo Stadium where mourners have started together. And this is the gathering point of Amabutho. They will now shortly be making their way to the stadium. And without wasting much time, let me now bring in the leader of the regiments, Baba Usipho Mhlongo Runduna, Usipho Mhlongo Njomane. Asibonga kakhulu baba isikhathi sakho. Sibuza njena ngokubaleka nizovalisa nizophelezela undunankulu wesizwe samaZulu inkosi uMhlongo Buthelezi. Ukubaleka kokuhlangana kwamabutho ngosuku namhlanje njengoba ezokhunjulwa ushenge.
Kubaluleke kakhulu ukuthi sibe lapha namhlanje sizobungaza sizohalalisa sizophelekezela umoya weqhawe lethu undunankulu kaZulu umntwana waphinda ngene obe yikho wonke esizweni uyikho wonke ongakucabanga mawucabanga umholi ungacabanga umntwana waphinda ngene. Silapha ke nathi njengoba sizokufakazela ukuthi ngoba undunankulu kaZulu nje khuluma ngoZulu, silapha njengoZulu sizothi owayekusho emazweni omhlaba ethi ukhuluma ngesizwe samaZulu ngendlunkulu kaZulu wayekhuluma ngathi. Namhlanje silapha nje ukuzoqinisekisa ukuthi okashenge ahambe kahle lapha khona, sinayo umoya wakhe usale nathi ngokuthula, usale udala ukuthula phakathi kwendlunkulu nesizwe. Siyethemba ukuthi lapha khona njengamanje unamandla nombono odlulele ukubona ukuthi khona umonakalo odalekile nomonakalo ongalungiswa.
Negqaje kakhulu Njomane ngomsebenzi awenzile ethekelele nayo ayiholi indlunkulu.
Sigqaja ngokuphindiwe, ngicabanga mina ukuthi ekukhuleni kwami nje indlunkulu ngangayazi, kodwa ngokuba khona komntwana waphinda ngene from 1971 esitshela ukuthi khona indlunkulu. Noma ngabe kuthiwa isilo noma indlunkulu awuyazi, kodwa kufanele uma umZulu uhloniphe isihlalo. Kusuka lapho asiphindanga sabheka emuva, sonke sila sihlonipha isihlalo, sihlonipha indlunkulu, sihlonipha isilo. Ngoba uZulu bethu besiyayigqaja kuba khona ukuthi lapho ngoba uzwa nje nezinsizwa zikhulu zihlabelela imemeza, sigqaja ngoba uZulu bethu sigqaja ngokuthi umntwana ulisebenzele izwe lakwaZulu, izwe nje namaphethelo ngokungafihlekile ngoba amakhosi akwaZulu, amakhosi angaphandle kwesifundazwe abevele ekukholele ekuthenini ukhona umntwana waphinda ngene njengondunankulu wakwaZulu, njengenkosi ebesimkantubomvu emkhakheni wezobukhosi.
Isikhala asishiyayo manje njengoba sazi ukuthi kuke kwaba nenqushunqushu izeke noma senihlangene senizamela ukuthi nilungise, kodwa benisafisa nisathembela kuye Njomane ukuthi usazonhola usazoniluleka njengoba sibone kube khona ukubuzwa kwesilo uzwelithini njengoba kade sesifakeke nje sihlalweni isilo sethu esisha uMisuzulu kaZwelithini.
Isikhala sikhona kodwa futhi asililahlile ithemba ukuthi uNkulunkulu uyobona, inyanya ziyobona, umveli nqangi uyobona, uNkulunkulu enza amandla ukuthi nesilo samabandla esikhona indlulamithi ayikhanyisele ukuthi kufuneka undunankulu noma ke ubona ukuthi icathulo zomntwana waphindangena akekho yongena kuzo zifithe khaxa kodwa ungcono umuntu oyela ngakhona nolothi noma ezama eboniseka ayengakhona sikhulekela ukuthi nje indlulamithi yethu isilo sikwazi uNkulunkulu ehlele kuso sibe nombono ohlukile ukuthi umuntu ongase aye ngakumntwana waphindangena kungaba yilokho sikukhulekelayo ngoba vele siyazi ukuthi emhlabeni la sivakashile sinesikhathi esibekelwe sona emva kwalokho umphefumulo uyadlula kube kukhona omunye futhi nawo umntwana waphindangena ukhandile ngoba sonke nje siwumphumela wakhe umntwana waphindangena mangake ngitsho ukuthi akekho ngathi akalazi izwi noholo lomntwana waphindangena ngoba sesingaka singamadoda.
Njomane sengizovala njena mhlawumbe mawusilandise ngoba ukwenzeka kwalomshophi kuyasifundisa nathi siyabantu abasha kuyasifundisa nesizwe mhlawumbe mawungasilandela nje ukuthi namhlanje ibutho lakho lizohamba kanjani nanokuthi ke njengoba sekulungiselela ukuthi atshalwe undunankulu ngelanga zobetshalwa ngayo iqhaza lizobe libanjwe amabutho.
Iqhaza lizobe libanjwe amabutho likhulu akukho ngoba kusuka namhlanje nje iLwesithathu namhlanje amabutho abamba iqhaza, lwesine abamba iqhaza, lwesihlanu abamba iqhaza elikhulu, elangolwesihlanu sesimlanda endlini yakhe la abekwe khona sesimusa endlini yakhe yokugcina umgqibelo kuzolokho nje amabutho elibambile iqhaza kodwa futhi hayi wona wodwa ngoba umntwana waphindangena ubenga yena umuntu wabantu ababodwa umntwana waphindangena undunankulu kaZulu umntwana waphindangena uhlaka kahulumeni kwehulumeni umntwana waphindangena uneqembu lakhe le-IFP lezi inhlaka zonke zimukelekile ziyawenza umsebenzi ngokufanayo namhlanje ngeke ngithi sizolibamba sodwa iqhaza bonke abantu bazolibamba iqhaza ngoba ekugcineni ngokwestate ngoba umngcwabo wakho uphethwe istate ubongameli namasotsha azolibamba iqhaza angeke ngisho ukuthi okwethu kodwa nathi sinokwethu vele sokwenza.
That was Sipho Mhlongo Nduna. Sipho Mhlongo, then a lady. He is the leader of the Zulu regiment. We remember that he's acting in this position as the leader of the Zulu regiment after the passing of Ubaba Umkilija Nhleko, who died months after the death of the late King Goodwill Zwelithini. Of course, just taking us through the loss that is being felt by Amabutho, and he was saying that since he grew up, he didn't know much about the royal family and traditions, and it's through Nkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi and the role that he's played that they have now grown up and come to understand the royal family traditions, AmaZulu traditions, as well as the role of Amabutho. Of course, these are the warriors, these are the king's warriors, and from what we understand, having spoken to Indunu Mhlongo, as well as the regent of the Buthelezi clan, and that is the regent Inkosi Mpiyakhe Buthelezi, saying that it was Inkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi in his role as the traditional prime minister that was responsible. He was the liaison between the king and the regiments. There was never a time where the king would be the one who would call the regiments, but it was his traditional prime minister that would relay messages from the king to the regiments. If there was where the king needed to go, it was the traditional prime minister that would be the liaison. He was the advisor to the king, and he played an extremely important role. They're saying that while they feel the loss, especially proud of the role that he played following the death of the late AmaZulu King Goodwill Zwelithini, and the role that he played for the crowning of the now new king, King Misuzulu Zwelithini, saying that they've got big shoes to fill, and it's important that they are here to bid their farewells to their traditional prime minister. Of course, he was also taking us through what we can expect from Amabutho Amabutho, who will also be playing quite an important role over the next couple of days. Of course, today, from this gathering point here in Ulundi, they will then be moving to the venue, to the Prince Buthelezi Stadium, where the memorial is taking place. I can also say to you, Naledi, that Amabutho also have the responsibility currently to guard the funeral parlor where Nkosi Mangosuthu's body is currently at, and saying that especially on Friday, which is the day when they will be preparing for his burial, they as Amabutho will have the responsibility of going to collect his body. Similar scenes that we will be seeing to that when South Africans laid to rest King Misuzulu Zwelithini, where he was collected, his body was collected from the mortuary by Amabutho and then taken home. And Amabutho will be playing a similar role here as they bid their final farewells to their traditional Prime Minister, Nkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who knows the longest serving traditional Prime Minister of AmaZulu, having worked with three kings, first being the father of the late King Goodwill Zwelithini, Cyprian Kabeguzulu. He was a traditional Prime Minister, appointed as a traditional minister after the death of his father in 1971. So many of some of the young traditional leaders that we're seeing and the young regiments that we are seeing today, having grown up only knowing Nkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi as the traditional Prime Minister of the Zulu nation. And I was saying then, Naledi, that it would not be a befitting farewell had we not seen scenes like this in an Amabutho gathering. Of course, Amabutho will be gathering from across the country. This is just, we understand, just a small group that we are seeing. Hundreds more will be joining over the next couple of days. And of course, when South Africans then bid their final farewells on Saturday, when Nkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi is laid to rest, we understand that they will then come out in their thousands. As I've said, a befitting farewell to the traditional Prime Minister of the AmaZulu nation. These are his regiments, these are his warriors. Let's just listen in as they chant traditional war songs.
Sovalisa umntwana waphinda ngene ngesizotha nangokukhulu ukuyiqhenya kwethu ngaye siyayiqhenya usebenzile umphakathi.
Umyalezo wakho baba njengoba sithi ndlela enhle kumntwana wakaphinda ngene.
Shenge Sokalisa nqenqelela silutho ngaphandle kwakho usebenzele umphakathi. Siyabonga Sokalisa, uyikhulu uyibambile induku ebani. Shenge wena
asikuthole nawe baba.
Shenge nathi ngamonti siyabonga mkhulu sebenzile mkhulu siphila njengenxa yakho mkhulu uzoba ihlozela ihle kithi mkhulu sikhanyisele usilwele ezithe ibhekane nathi sikhona sibhekile nathi Nkosi yamakhosi sicela ukuthi ube nathi lapha ukho mkhulu batshenti sibambile siyabonga Shenge.
All right, there you have it. The Zulu regiments bidding their farewells, thanking their traditional Prime Minister Nkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi for the role that he has played in uniting the Zulu nation. And they're saying that they have come out here to bid their farewells to him and hoping that he will continue to be a guardian angel and a guiding light over the Zulu nation. I'm going to leave it there for now, Naledi, but of course we are going to be moving with Amabutho as we make our way to to the Prince Buthelezi Stadium for that memorial service. Naledi?
Yeah, that's our reporter Ayanda Mhlongo bringing us the latest as she, of course, sees the Amabutho in KwaZulu-Natal, 3 kilometers away from the stadium, making their way towards the stadium where the memorial service for Prince Buthelezi is taking place. Similar images in Soweto as well, where we take you now to the Nansfield Hostel, where Izinduna have come out as well to pay their last respects.
Salama.